Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian, and in today's video, I'm going to look at this. Yes, it's that time of the month again. Hey, Bayek, this has come through, and of course, it's Doctor Who magazine. Now, it's the April issue. Wow, April, crikey. Yep, April 2023. Years already moving on pretty quick, isn't it? Back. Anyhow, what can you see from cover? Well, it's really a celebration of Sarah Jane Adventures. Now, this is a great series. It was a spin-off series, and I think in many ways it's interesting because with what's going to happen with Doctor Who now, with the Disney connection, more money going to come in, then there's going to be spin-off series. As we had Torchwood, of course, but this was also very popular, and of course it's a great tribute to Elizabeth Sladen, who played Sarah Jane, who was just one of the great Doctor Who companions. So, as you can see, we've got from that episode where she's getting married, and the 10th Doctor returns, and it sums it all up, really. We love Sarah Jane, and Russell T Davies is very much involved in this issue, talking about Sarah Jane Adventures. I think a lot of Doctor Who fans have such a lot of love for Elizabeth Sladen playing Sarah Jane. She was an incredible companion, as we all know. So we'll have a look through, and there we go. Let's see. Let's start through the magazine. Hey, Mike, what have we got? Well, at the beginning, of course, we have more about news, Doctor Who news generally, and we've got about more about the 15th Doctor directors coming in, because production is going on, of course, with the 15th Doctor stories that are going to happen. So we've got more information on that, the directors involved. Then here's a nice, but it's apparently vinyl day, where they have a record day, and a book has been transferred onto a vinyl called The Amazing World of Doctor Who. You see the orange vinyl. Yeah, that's all part of that. It's all for collectors and that, but interesting. Then we've got this important bit, Russell T Davies talking about Sarah Jane. He writes every month for the magazine, which again just shows you he's a real fan of the show. I mean, he really is a massive fan of the show. And here he is talking about Sarah Jane. Very touching. Yeah, and well, and of course Elizabeth Sladen, what an actress she was. Then we've got lots of readers' letters talking about their memories of Elizabeth Sladen and the Sarah Jane Adventures. One more. Extremely popular. And then I think we get into, this is another monthly thing. It's the production diary by a script editor, Scott Hancock, who describes what is going on in the production. This is more behind the scenes information going on, which is always interesting. Then we get a moment in time. This is a regular feature. It's in 1976, Saturday the 6th of March. Connected, of course, with Sarah Jane. And then is where it all begins. And here, it's a lovely picture there. Sarah Jane and the 10th Doctor. And K9. Yes. What a great picture that is. Then, what is really nice, what they've done here, they're going through each series and each episode. That's series 1. Reviews of the episodes. More on series 1. There. And then we've got interviews. Now these actors, of course, have grown up now. They're more adults. But this is an interview with Tommy Knight, who played Luke. They talk about the memories and about Elizabeth Sladen, and it's very interesting. There's more, it continues there, and then it goes into series 2. There's a lot of familiar aliens as well as new ones that appeared in the Sarah Jane Adventures. There's quite a lot more about going through the episodes there. This is a real good in-depth. And then we've got Daniel Anthony, who played Clyde. Of course, he's grown up now. It's interesting. Then we've got more Daniel Anthony interview, and then we've got continuation of the episode guide. Series 3 begins there. Series 3 there. Series 3 actually featured the wedding episode as well. The 10th Doctor. She's there listed. And then we've got an interview with the lead writer, Phil Ford, who talks about the writings of the story. It gives you more further insight into the series as the writer. More about interview with Phil Ford. And then we've got the series 4 episode guide. This episode, I think, as Joe returns, I think, in that one. Yeah. Excellent. It's just amazing when you look at all these episodes. And then we've got an interview with Anjali Mohindra, who played Rani, I think. Rani, yeah. She's, again, more fond memories about the show. And she's... her career, she talks about that. She's apparently appeared in quite a few things since in TV. Yeah, it continues there. And then we got on to Series 5, the last series. Sadly, it wasn't completed. And we get a bit about what would have been the, I think there was 3 more episodes, what they would have been about, but sadly, Elizabeth Sladen died. I think it was a great shock to us all, because we just didn't know. Still seems so young. It's really sad, it was. But anyhow, she left such a legacy and a lot of love behind, yeah. And then we've got another interview with Nikki Setchfield, who is talking about production and some of the special effects coordinations and that in the new film series that's going on at the moment, so that's interesting. The Christmas specials, people will be very interested to talk about that, yeah. And then we've got, this is a continuing series. It's called 60 Objects in 60 Years, and so each month we've been getting various objects. We've got, look at this, 1973, the giant maggots from the Green Death who could, oh yes, they're wonderful. What a wonderful story. Then we've got 1974, talking about the scarf, multiple scarf. Famous Tom Baker scarf. I've got one of those. My mum knit me one, massive scarf. Yeah, I've still got it. Yeah, somewhere. Then there's the Jelly Babies from 1975. Then we've got, I think it's in Sarah Jane's last story, when she leaves the doctor, a plush owl toy. Oh, yeah. Then we've got 1977 K9. Again. And then, continuing, the 14th Doctor strip continues. Give you an idea. There we are. Always good to see these comic strips. There we are again. And what else have we got here? Right, they always look back at a story, and this is The Curse of the Black Spot, 2011, and that's the 11th Doctor story. So, let's look at that. And quite a lot, they go into a lot of depth about the stories. Then we've got more reviews. There's always reviews of the audio adventures, because the amount that Big Finish do is amazing, and getting all the old doctors involved more there. I always am amazed at the work they do is incredible. Then there's an audio book with one of my favourite stories, because it's the Second Doctor, The Seeds of Death, The Ice Warriors. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, that's an audio book of that story. And that's one that's complete. Final season it was of the Second Doctor. Then we've got just more competitions, the audio books. Yeah, now there's an interesting interview here with Alice Creech. She played the Borg Queen in Star Trek First Contact, but has been involved in these audio adventures for, I think it's about 10 years. There's an interview with her. Yeah. The Borg Queen in First Contact, Star Trek First Contact. Yeah. That's fascinating, isn't it? Then there's more about the audio adventures. And then that's it, really. Just advertising what's next month. And it's a look at 60th anniversary polls of what you rated the 1960s stories from bottom to top, it says. So that's something to look forward to next month, eh? And there it is. There it is. Yep. So, I hope you've enjoyed that look. I hope I haven't gone on too long. You know me, I just get into it and there I am. Anyhow. So, if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe because, well, we'll let you know when I produce more of these videos. And then, of course, if you like it, please give it a like. It helps with all these algorithms. And it costs note, as they say. Hey, bye. You can't say fairer than that, can you? So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee, and I'll see thee again.